Hello everyone, my name is Wayne.
And I'm Rebecca.
And we are your Bourbon Journey. So once again, we are sitting here with another Maker's Mark story. One difference on this case was it was not raining when we went to Maker's Mark.
Yeah.
However, it was humid.
Because it was supposed to be raining.
It was supposed to be raining, but the storm hadn't got there yet. So we had gone there specifically to try to find this bottle. And it was the day after Rebecca's birthday, and we were in the Bardstown area. So we decided to attempt to strike different places that we wanted to go. Rebecca kept mentioning, and I kept thinking, I'm not going to find crap. That's really what I thought. And I was kind of feeling, day, and it was humid, and it's kind of all the stuff. It's time to go.
Time to drive home. It was 2.5 hour drive home.
So anyway, we walked in, like I said, we got there early. Previous time we had gone in there, they had stuff planted around, and that's what I thought. So I kind of started peeking around, thinking, I don't see anything.
I went straight to the counter.
Crap. She went to the counter. I kept looking around. Got to be something here. Got to be something here. Well, yeah, there was something there. It was at the counter.
And of course, the first thing they ask you at the counter when you say you want it is, oh, do you want to dip it? And if you've never dipped anything at Maker's Mark, yes, dip the bottle. But look how awesome these drips are. These are funky drips. They're really long and fun. And we got 2 bottles that day. And both of them have like massive drips. If you've ever dripped there or done the dipping to get it to drip, it's really hard.
It is very
You have to really bang it and make it happen. And it's just, you feel tentative with it. So the last several times we've gotten something, they were like, no, we'll take one pre-dripped.
Rebecca, what do you know about this bottle? What makes it special? Why are we even doing this?
Why are we doing this? Let's talk about it. This is Maker's Mark Keeper's Release. As you know, they're doing a wood finishing series. This is number 2 of 5. So we can expect there to be at least 3 more. It is made by Maker's Mark. The mash bill, as always, is 70% corn, 16% wheat, and 14% malted barley. It is non-age stated, but their press release hinted at 6 years. The proof is 109.2. The MSRP and what we paid for it is $74.99. It was released in March of 2025, but we got on May 1st at the distillery. Now, this particular release, last year was the Heart release. So the Keeper's Release is inspired by the warehouse team who ensures that every barrel of Maker's Mark matures consistently to the founder's taste vision. As Rob Samuels said, we are delighted to introduce this latest wood finishing series expression that celebrates the team who still rotate each and every barrel of Maker's Mark by hand and who continue to embrace our founder's perfectly unreasonable pursuit of excellence. So it's pretty interesting. And the master distiller, who's Dr. Blake Layfield, said the Keeper's Release was born from our close collaboration with the Maker's Mark warehouse team, the guardians of our barrels. So I think that's pretty cool. The first one was picked by the employees as the Heart Release because they're the heart of the organization. And now they picked the warehouse team. So I'm just curious what the next 3 will bring. But this one is really focusing on those folks that often the unseen heroes of the distillery industry, because they're in there working in the barrels and keeping everything right and making sure they're looking for leaks and things like that. So I think it's pretty cool. I mean, as someone that really appreciates employee appreciation and the culture that brings to an organization, I think that is really outstanding. And I one of the reasons I really wanted to find this bottle, besides I think it's going to be great, but I really love the story. Again, I know I'm a sucker for a story, sorry.
But anyway.
Well, let's check this out. So let's see. I mean, it's kind of a light mahogany maybe, because it's got some brownish notes. It doesn't have, so it's kind of reminding me of mahogany a little bit.
Sort of reminding me of mid-century modern wooden furniture that people paid a decent share for back then that is really cool now.
And even more expensive now.
And more expensive now.
Oh, it's got some really nice legs forming. It's pretty. But it's got great legs. Let's check out the nose. Okay. It's got that Maker's Mark nose because it's a wheated bourbon. The wheat notes come through.
Oh, yeah.
You always, when you approach a Maker's Mark, it doesn't matter what the proof point is, it always has this lovely, sweet, almost confectionery pastry note to it, which is why so many people that first get into bourbon love Maker's Mark, or why it's just an easy sipper, honestly.
Very good.
It's got some really nice notes. You can tell it's aged a little bit, and they found these bottles particularly just for this, how they want to do it. I didn't mention this, so let me look at the bottle here. So the stave profile of this is 10 virgin toasted American oak stave. So that was the additional aging process, was with virgin American oak staves. So it's kind of giving it that opportunity to be in fresh oak after already being in the barrel. Yeah, I'm getting some really nice notes on it.
It's your basic stuff.
I'm getting a little bit of cherry. I don't usually get that at Maker's Mark.
I'm not getting the cherry, but I'm sort of getting the sweet and the wheat and the sweetness.
I mean, if it
Very
comes
inviting.
through on the palate, if the cherry and the pastry, it would be a cherry Danish. I'm just hoping.
I'm guessing it's going to be chocolate.
Well, let's. Should we taste it?
No, we'll just sit here.
Cheers to the Keeper's Release.
Cheers to the keepers.
I know a lot of people say, how many times are they going to change this up? Does it matter? Should we keep doing, they keep doing this? Yes, you should keep doing this. Yes, keep doing it, Maker's Mark.
I'm getting a little bit of chocolate. I called it.
Yeah, I get chocolate too.
A little cinnamon.
I'm getting pastry notes, so it's a little bit of a Danish, because it's like a cinnamon Danish with some vanilla icing on it.
Thank goodness it's not a prune Danish.
No. Gotta have another sip. It's creamy. It's got a great mouthfeel. It's very soft in your mouth. I mean, I've had stuff that's creamier, but this has the flavor profile along with the viscosity, just gives you a really nice feeling. So yeah, I'm getting notes of, I'm still getting this hint of cherry. It's not like a cherry Danish. It's almost like a dark cherry, a really dark cherry. So it's not the really super overly sweet cherry you would get in a cherry Danish, but it's like that really dark cherry.
With the chocolate, I'm getting like a little bit of coffee too.
I went almost chocolate covered cherries on it.
Well, I went chocolate covered coffee.
Well, since you went there, let's go talk about the finish a little bit. Oh, it's just so good. This is just tasty. This is, before I get to the finish, because I'm still waiting for it to do something here. This is a really nice sipper. This is like a great, like after dinner, after work drink, just to sit down and have a chat and just sip on this and enjoy it. It's just really easy to sip on, if you know what I mean.
It's an adult bourbon. This is not a bourbon for rookies.
The 109 proof. It's not really high proof though, but I think it's got some sophisticated notes to it.
It's not hot. It's not that. There's a lot going on, and the proof is enough to match with the flavors that are going on. You're going to get hit. This is a punch, and
I'm not getting punched. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying
we differ in our opinion.
Yes, she's always right. So
no,
what I'm saying?
No, it's what you're getting. But it's warm, but it's not a punch.
Oh.
And on the finish, I am getting some cinnamon notes on the finish, as well as some barrel notes of char. Like maybe, for me, it's almost, sounds counterintuitive. It's almost a creamy dark chocolate. I normally say creamy milk chocolate. This is like a dark chocolate, but I'm still getting that viscosity. So it's still really creamy on the finish. There's nothing harsh for me on the finish. So it's this dark chocolate that's soft and luscious and just really good. I like it. I like it a lot.
I think it's very good. There are other versions I've liked more than this one, personally.
They're more chocolate forward and such.
Yeah, and I'm really splicing hairs with it because, once again, this is not bad. So I mean, if I throw the other ones out that I've had before, this is a pretty good bourbon, and it has a very good flavor profile. But probably the thing I'm maybe enjoying the most is this combination of what I've said is the chocolate and the coffee. It's like the chocolate hits and the coffee comes in. I feel like I'm drinking a dark chocolate with a dark coffee. So I wouldn't quite say mocha maybe, but it's just, it's a pretty interesting marriage of flavor.
Well, and in my opinion on these and all their like special finishes is that, and the problem is you end up with 20 bottles, which we have probably, but they're all just a little bit different. I kind of appreciate that because once it's gone, it's gone. We finished off one the other day that was a private select from one of the local stores. And it was kind of sad to see it go, but you know, we finished that whole one. Yeah, we drink our bottles, we finish them off. And there's another one we got the same day we had not opened yet. Now I'm maybe tempted this afternoon. We got one that's called the chocolate whoopie pie. Now in my mind, it's gonna have graham cracker, it's gonna have chocolate, and it's gonna have marshmallow. And we have not opened that yet. And it's one we wouldn't review just because you're not gonna find it. You know, this you can go out and find, right?
I disagree. I think we should review it. Okay. I remember this conversation.
And he's like, "What else are you getting?" I'm like, "I gotta have the chocolate whoopie pie."
and honestly, it's like, and I think it was the day or whatever because I was kind of feeling blah. We had a late night, couple cigars with some buddies and such, and she mentioned it. And if we'd been shopping yesterday, and you would mention that to me, I probably would have been lit up. Let's do it. She mentioned, I was kind of like, we can get another bottle. It's like, why are we getting two of this? Whatever. But now you mention it, and now I'm sitting there, all the fireworks that should have gone off in my head that day are all going off.
Well, do you want me to open it?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to pause. Okay, we're back with our bonus pour, which I might not even mention in the description, so those of you that are watching will get the bonus pour. So let me tell you just a teeny tiny bit about this one, and I'll show you a picture of the bottle. Okay, so this one is the chocolate whoopie pie. It is 110.7 proof. It was actually dated January of 2024, so they must have pulled this out to put it in the gift shop. It has 2 baked American purees, 5 seared French cuvées, and 3 roasted French mendiants. So that's what we know about this. And again, it's one of those things, the title got me, what they named it made me want to try it.
And it's fascinating now looking, because when you went off, you picked it based on the title.
I did.
So it's funny because
I love whoopie pies.
Well, it is amazing, especially with Maker's Mark, that we ended up getting a bottle that basically has been there for 17 months.
Yeah. I'm just going to jump right into the nose.
Okay. I'm going to make this comment real quick before I put the nose. When she poured this out, it may have happened before, but it's the first time I can recall on a pour, when she was filling the glass, the legs formed. And I noticed that right off camera. It blew me away. So here we go. Okay, this is lighter.
But it's a little heavier proof.
It's that classic, the wheat,
the kind of pastry thing. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to get the graham cracker on the taste.
Maybe vanilla. That's probably the graham cracker. It's those 3 things, and I think it's softer on the nose.
Yeah, it is softer, but it's a little like 1 point higher. So, cheers to chocolate whoopie pie in our glass, where we don't have to be kids anymore to enjoy whoopie pie. We just put it in our bourbon. That's like got a whole bunch of things going on in my mouth. And the legs are fantastic. They're just everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you're getting the toasted marshmallow right away. I'm getting this toastiness. And the chocolate.
It's chocolate. It's so chocolate.
And I'm getting that graham cracker thing. That's the pastry note I'm getting is the graham cracker. So they named this appropriately. It is a chocolate whoopie pie.
See, if
you find one in the shelves somewhere, these private selects that's named that, I would go for it.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have gotten that, but you are right with thinking about it. That is marshmallow. Marshmallow is something
toasted marshmallow. It's been roasted. You got it over the fire, and it got really kind of gooey, and then it got a little black on the end because I'm getting that black note on it.
I'm getting dark chocolate. I am again, and it has to be the toasty part, how my palate is interpreting. I'm getting coffee again. But as compared to this one where it was dark chocolate and dark coffee, this one here, it's
more of a milk chocolate.
Yeah, and it's coffee. I'm not getting like
I'm not getting coffee, but I can see where you are because of the dark notes on it. But I feel like this is the epitome of an adult whoopie pie. It's just kind of crazy. And I can't remember the last time I had one. I think I was probably in an airport because sometimes you're traveling all day and you need something quick to eat on the plane. Sometimes like, I haven't had a whoopie pie in a while. I'll have one of those on the plane. That's probably the last time I had a whoopie pie.
Well, fun fact for me, having been in California all my life, I don't recall whoopie pies.
Well, moon pies. If you travel through the Nashville airport, moon pies are the thing because moon pies are what's made in the Tennessee area. But moon pies are kind of like whoopie pies. Okay. But we watch the Food Network and we've seen baking channels sometimes where they do some homemade whoopie pies and they're making their own marshmallow and toasting it and got the graham cracker crust and they're dipping it in chocolate. That is this. I feel like I just had something that the Food Network was doing for the baking championship or something.
I wish I could find like a Hostess chocolate pie.
I am really glad that was a pickup that day. And it may have even been, because I think this may have been $5 more than the Keepers. I think the Keepers was, $75. This may have been $80, $74.99, $79.99. I think their private selects they sell at the Distillery are like usually $79.99. Highly worth it in my opinion. We almost always pick up private select, or when we stop in the bar and taste a couple. We did not taste this. The last two we bought, we didn't taste beforehand. I'm glad we picked this up.
I will say this, no disrespect to how we initially began this tasting. This is really good. And if I had to pick buying a second bottle and I can only buy one of them, I would probably pick this whoopie pie again. The flavor profile on it is really good.
I'm going to do my typical, check them both.
Well, I will do that.
I like the nose on the Keepers. The nose on the Keepers is singing to me. It's just a little richer. I love the nose on the Keepers.
I will definitely give you that on the nose. I think there's a little bit more sweetness to it.
The Keepers has much more. If you're a nose person, the Keepers is fantastic. That is a tough call.
Well,
yeah, I mean they're really good. They're both really good.
I'll go this far with it. I think this one is the better nose because this one has a lighter nose.
And you don't know what you're getting from the nose. This one really sets up the palate for you.
Yes. And this one, you go in not thinking what's going to happen.
I was disappointed on the nose.
Yeah, because it's light.
And I was thinking, oh, it's not going to do anything. Here we got the camera going.
But you all of a sudden, you get hit with a flavor bomb that in some ways is stronger than this guy. And I think it's because the expectation is kind of lower. This will be good, but wow.
Yeah, and I'll just say this, a comparison, I think this was a little darker overall. Yes. And this is a little more confectionery, really, when you get down to it. I mean, this is, if you're to think about what's called the Keeper's Release, and it's about being in the rick house, this makes you think you're in the rick house. The smells you get in the rick house, the feeling you get in the rick house. This is like, I went to the bakery and I got a fresh made whoopie pie. So it's a very different experience. I love them both. I would have trouble picking between them because this one starts from start to finish is fantastic. This one picks me up at the palate and then finishes with well. So this one gets all 3 notes from me and this one gets 2. I love them both. Can't wait to spend the rest of the day drinking them.
I think that the first one, the nose beats it. And this
nose is fantastic.
It is. But I think that the whoopie pie, the flavors on it, I think it fools you. you don't think about, it's like, this is light. You're ready to get disappointed. And all of a sudden, you get hit upside the head with a hammer that, yeah, you didn't get anything in the nose. Well, guess what? It's all on the palate. And boy, geez,
it's great. They're both great. I love them both. And we'll just leave it at that.
I'm glad that we popped this guy open. It reinforces how good Maker's Mark is.
Well, and I'll just say, if you find the Keeper's Release, I highly recommend it.
Yes.
That's the one that's going to be out today, and highly recommend it. If you find, when you go to your local liquor store, go to the Maker's Mark section. Always look for the private select ones, because the private selections always have some interesting things. And I think that Maker's Mark does a really good job of coming up with a name. Now, sometimes that name is based on what the liquor store came up with, right? It's whoever tasted it, they come up with the name and they put it on there. But ask them. We do that when we go into high spirits or we go into varsity. We say, hey, who tasted this? Why did they come up with this name for this for your private barrel? So we ask that question and do that. Feel free to ask that question. They want to involve you in that conversation. So look for things that have an interest to you. Like for me, this chocolate whoopie pie really sang to me. There are other things that. We also got a toasted marshmallow one the second time we were there when we got the Star Hill Farm whiskey. And I thought it's fantastic, but it didn't taste as toasted marshmallow as this one does.
Yeah. Agreed.
Honestly, it's called toasted marshmallow and it's great. But this has more toasted marshmallow taste.
Yes.
Just saying.
So we're going to go with the Keepers because that was the initial part of the tasting.
And it's the new release for this year.
And
so,
it is.
Which means it could be eligible for our Whiskey of the Month.
That's true. So cheers to all of you out there. Thank you, Maker's Mark, for always being hospitable. I think I say that a lot on the trail. We've been really blessed in our visits. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what we do, hit the subscribe button. Always remember to drink responsibly. Have a great day and cheers.
Cheers.